Why women like bad boys? Now, to be a bad boy, you don't have to be a criminal or thug. You can have a bit of swag and still stay on the right side of the law. But women like bad boys because they are masculine, they are dominant, and they will defend them. Especially if she's a pretty girl. If she's a pretty girl, she's going to need a guy who's going to defend her, because guys are always going to chase her down and harass her. So she needs to be with a guy she feels like will defend her. Now, I had a girl and she was so nice. Guys used to drive past in their car and shout out painting and beat their horn. And I know all of her neighbours fancied her as well, because she was like Jenny from the block. And one day I was in her house and we were just chilling in the sitting room, which backs onto the garden. And this bottle of water just flies out of the sky and lands in her back garden. Now, she's turned to me and she said, "Do you see what I have to deal with?" Now, I took that as a disrespect because I've got OCD as well. So if you throw rubbish in my girl's back garden, I see that as a violation. So I've gone outside into the back garden and shouted out, "Oi," but no response from anyone. So I picked up this bottle of water and walked through the house. And she said, "Don't go upstairs and start any trouble," because she knows I've got a temper. So I didn't listen to her. So I've gone upstairs and I've knocked on the door and some boys answered the door. And I said, "I'm downstairs in my girl's house and someone's thrown this bottle of water into the back garden." And he was like, "Oh, it hasn't come from my house." I said, "Listen, yes, it has. Because I've seen where it's come from. I know it's come from your house, right?" "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." I said, "Listen, take your things back." And that was the end of that. So I've gone downstairs and she was moaning and complaining, "Oh, you never listened to me. I told you not to go upstairs just in case you start trouble with my neighbours and stuff." I had a real moan about it. But you know, at the end of the day, she could see that I have her back. Women need a guy who will defend her honour. Women need a guy with the mentality, if you mess with my girl, you mess with me. That's what they need. That's what they want, because they want to feel protected, especially in the future for their children. Now, what a woman classes as a bad boy is different amongst the races. What a white woman will perceive as a bad boy is different to what a black woman will perceive as a bad boy. To be perceived as a bad boy to a white woman is so easy. Just wear a leather jacket, ride a motorbike, wear sunglasses, climb trees, and chop wood with an axe. You're a bad boy to a white woman. But to be classed as a bad boy to a black woman, you have to be the following. You have to be 6'5" and weigh 16 stone, wear Balmain jeans and drive a Maserati, be from Chirac, shoot at the police, and listen to 6ix9ine. If you don't do any of those, she will not class you as a bad boy. If you don't do any of those, you probably class as a nerd or beta male. So if you like the video, subscribe. If you don't like the video, change your station.